an element A reacts with water to form a compound B, which is used in whitewashing.
A is CaCO3.
An element A reacts with water to form a compound B, which is used in whitewashing. The compound B on heating forms an oxide C, which on treatment with water gives back B. Identify A, B, C. Element A is calcium. When calcium it reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is B. When the compound B is calcium hydroxide, which is used in whitewashing. Calcium plus water. Calcium hydroxide. Compound B on heating gives calcium oxide. Again, when calcium hydroxide get heated to form calcium oxide and water. The C is calcium oxide. The thermic process is used for repairing cracks in railway tracks on site. Write the equation of the reaction taking place in this process. Mention the physical state of the reactant and product.
Fe2O3 plus Al2 is equal to Fe plus Al2O3.
Sumya? Predict the reaction, if any, between zinc and silver nitrate solution. Zinc is more reactive than silver. It will displace silver from silver nitrate solution. Magnesium and iron chloride solution.
Magnesium and iron chloride.
Magnesium and iron chloride solution. Magnesium Mg plus FeCl2 gives MgCl2 plus Fe. Ionic compounds have higher melting and boiling points. Give reason.
Because they have a more interforce of attraction.
Due to two negatively ions are present, positive and negative. So it is kept immersed in kerosene. Why?
So because it's very reactive and can react with oxygen.
Sodium is
Very reactive
Oxygen very vigorously.
zinc oxide is an amphoteric oxide. Why?
because it reacts with both acid and base.
Acid and alkali. When zinc oxide reacts with the hydrochloric acid, then what are products from?
Zinc chloride
Plus water. When zinc oxide reacts with the alkali base like sodium hydroxide,
Zinc.
sodium zincate.
Sodium zinc.
Write down Na2ZnO2. Like a ZnO, zinc oxide ZnO plus sodium hydroxide NaOH. NaOH को balance करो 2NaOH. Give zero mark. Na2ZnO2. Na2ZnO2. Sodium रो lower case रहला 2. Na2ZnO2 plus H2. In the reaction of nitric acid with metals, general hydrogen gas is not evolved. Why? In the reactions of nitric acid with metals, general hydrogen gas is not evolved.
hydrogen gas called oxide.
Hydrogen gas is not evolved when a metal reacts with nitric acid because nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent. It oxidizes the hydrogen to produce water. By the transfer of electrons, illustrate the formation of a bond in magnesium chloride and identify the ions present in this compound. The formation of a bond in magnesium chloride is as what? Magnesium chloride bond by the transfer of electron. Illustrate the formation of a bond in magnesium chloride. Mg 2 valence electron, chlorine 7 valence electron. You have to write 2 atoms of chlorine.
Electron.
The 2 electrons of magnesium are transferred to
Chlorine.
2 chlorine atoms, each 1 electron.
MgCl2.
State giving the region of the reduction process to obtain the following metals from their compounds: mercury.
Cinnamon.
State given region the reduction process to obtain the following metals from their compounds: mercury. Mercury is a less reactive metal. It is obtained simple by heating their oxides. Copper.
Copper electrolysis.
Sodium.
Electrolysis.
Copper electrolysis.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Copper is
High reactive.
High reactive copper.
Yeah.
Copper is less reactive metal. It is found in sulfide ore or copper glands, which on oxidation form copper oxide, then on self reduction or auto reduction process give copper metal. Sodium is highly reactive, so electrolytic reduction is used. Sir, no. Which method is used to extract the metals present at the top of the series?
Electrolysis.
Accession and region. Accession, the zinc carbonate is heated strongly in presence of air to form zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. Region is calcination is the process in which a carbonate ore is heated strongly in the absence of air to convert into metal oxide.
is false.
Is false, but
Reason is
true.
Option D.
D.
Very good. Accession. Magnesium chloride is an ionic compound. Reason is metals and non-metals react by mutual transfer of electron. Option A. তোর কিছু পাবেন না answer. 9. Accession is highly reactive metals are obtained by electrolytic reduction. Reason is in the electrolytic reduction metal is deposited at the cathode.
Option C, accession is true, but reason is false.
No.
B.
B. Accession true, reason also true. In the electrolytic reduction metal is deposited at the cathode. Reason is true. Accession highly reactive metals are obtained by electrolytic reduction is true. Name the metals that can be displaced when excess of iron fillings is added to a solution containing a mixture of ions Pb2 plus or Zn2 plus, H22 plus and Mg2 plus. That means suppose a mixture of lead sulfate type lead salt, zinc salt or mercury salt or magnesium salt. कहा भीतर iron fillings पकेले से displace हो. Iron can displace
Magnesium.
lead and mercury from their solution, as iron is more reactive than lead and mercury. This is because it is displaced above them in the reactivity series of the metal. Next, during the electrolytic refining of copper, what happens at the anode? Option A, copper ions gain electron to become neutral copper atom. Option B, neutral copper atoms gain electron to become ion. C, copper ions lose electron to become neutral atom. D, neutral copper atoms lose electron to become ions.
C.
No, D. Neutral copper atom loss electron to become ions. Which of the following metals do not corrode in moist air? Copper, iron, gold, silver.
Gold and silver.
Gold. Gold in moist air because it is an non-reactive. Sometimes silver may get react. Galvanization is a method of protecting iron from rusting by coating it with a thin layer of dash. Gallium, aluminum, zinc, silver. Zinc. Bronze is an alloy of dash. Copper and zinc. Aluminum and tin. Copper and tin.
Copper and tin.
Very good. Give reason. Reactivity of aluminum decreases if it is dipped in nitric acid. Reactivity of aluminum decreases if it is dipped in nitric acid. Reactivity of aluminum decreases if it is dipped in nitric acid due to the formation of a coating of aluminum oxide Al2O3. Association is oxides of metals show basic characteristic. Reason is oxides of metal react with acid to form salt and water. Option A.
A.
Which of the following reactions show that the given oxide is amphoteric in nature? A is zinc plus oxygen gives zinc oxide. Option B, zinc oxide plus sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate and water. Option C, zinc oxide plus sodium hydroxide gives sodium zincate plus water. Option D, B and C together.
B and C together.
Very good. Which of the following metal has the highest melting point? Copper, silver, sodium, tungsten. Tungsten. An element X reacts with oxygen to give a compound with a high melting point. This compound is also soluble in water. The element X is likely to be dash: carbon, silicon, calcium, iron.
Calcium.
Good. What happens when crystals of washing soda are left open in dry air? What happens when crystals of washing soda are left open in dry air? When crystals of washing soda is left open in dry layer, it lost water of crystallization. It lost washing soda को जब बाहर रखी दबो तार कलर भी चेंज किसी दिन पर बुझी पड़छ तार जो वाटर टा थाए से वाटर टा रिमूव हो जाए. Explain how anhydrous copper sulfate can be used to detect the presence of moisture in a liquid. Anhydrous copper sulfate. Anhydrous means water, without water. This is the copper sulfate blue. Means it is the copper sulfate water crystal. Due to the presence of water, the color of copper sulfate, copper vitriol or copper sulfate 5s2. The color is blue. Anhydrous means when the water molecules are removed from blue vitriol. When anhydrous copper sulfate can be used to detect the presence of moisture in a liquid. Anhydrous copper sulfate is white in color but turns blue when comes in contact with the water. Water सहित मिसले से कौन है जो ब्लू कलर है जो कोड़ा एनहाइड्रस कॉपर सल्फेट ता कलर है जे कौन व्हाइट है जेतला वाटर सहित कांटेक्ट रहइबो ब्लू है जो वाटर को क्रिस्टलाइजेशन है जो सो इट कैन बी यूज्ड टू डिटेक्ट द प्रेजेंस ऑफ मॉइस्चर. एटी मॉइस्चर अछि कि नै हमें जानि परिबा जदि ता कलर है गेला ब्लू जानिबो ए एरिया रे मॉइस्चर अछि. व्हाट इज meant by amphoteric oxide?
The oxide can
Both react with
this.
Assertion is when ethanol is heated at 443 Kelvin with excess concentrated sulfuric acid, ethane is obtained. Reason is concentrated sulfuric acid acts as a dehydrating agent.
Option A.
Very good. Assertion is the functional group present in alcohol is OH, single bond OH. Reason is it is the same group as present in water, hence water and alcohol have similar properties.
A is true and is false.
Option
C.
good. Assertion vegetable oils are healthier than animal fats. Reason is vegetable oil generally have long chain unsaturated carbon chain while animal fats have saturated carbon chain.
option
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 A.
A.
Good. Assertion: carbon has a strong tendency to either lose or gain electrons to attain noble gas configuration.
D.
Reason is carbon has 4 electrons in its outermost shell and has the tendency to share electrons with carbon or other elements.
D.
Why? Assertion is false.
R is true.
Assertion: carbon shows maximum catenation property in the periodic table. Reason is carbon has small size and thus forms in strong carbon-carbon bond.
D.
Yeah, good. Assertion: graphite is slippery to touch. Reason is the various layers of carbon atoms in graphite are held together by weak forces.
Option A.
A. B.
Yeah. Next assertion is if the first member of a homologous series is propanone, its third member will be 2-pentanone. Write down. If the first member of homologous series is propanone, what is the formula of propanone?
C3.
CH3,
CH2.
CH2,
O.
Oh, and
C double.
CH2, C double bond O, CH3, CH2, CH3, पांचटा करो प्रोपानोन, प्रोपानोन बा, तीनटा
CH3 CO CH3.
CH3, CO, CH3. If it is the first member, then its third member will be 2-pentanone. Third member means carbon 3 थिला, सेटा हबो
Hydrogen.
पांचटा हेले कोन हेजो 2-pentanone. ठीक, 2 नंबर कार्बन डे और डबल बॉन्ड हो लागो से 2-pentanone. Assertion is true. Reason is all the members of a homologous series shows similar chemical properties.
True.
All the members of a homologous series
False.
shows similar chemical properties. B. But it is not correct explanation. B is also correct. The members of a homologous series show similar. गोटे homologous series जो member है ताकर similar chemical properties. Assertion: cooking oil does not decolorize bromine water. Reason is cooking oil is an unsaturated compound.
Assertion is true, but reason is
Assertion is false.
false. Reason is true.
False and is true.
Cooking oil is an unsaturated compound which reacts with bromine water to form a saturated compound. This test is used for detecting unsaturation as bromine water gets decolorized. Hence, assertion is false, but reason is true. When ethanol reacts with sodium, two products are formed. These are sodium ethanoate and hydrogen, sodium ethanoate and oxygen, sodium ethoxide and hydrogen, sodium ethoxide and oxygen. Sodium
Ethoxide and hydrogen. C.
good.